Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Long time no see. Surprise, surprise, I still have the zodiac signs to do. But I thought with Valentine's Day coming up, we'll do a love reading today. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. I did a little pre-shuffle because I'm going to do some oracle cards first. Really, what came out for that was air sign. That was it. I don't know if that you're an air sign, the person you like is an air sign, whatever. So the reading we're gonna do is called My Endless Love. And it's basically just picking up your energy, their energy, you know, what's the vibe between you guys, you know, how do they really make you feel at the end of the day when you're thinking about them, really. How they feel about you, their current feelings towards them, something you need to know, potential outcome, and some guidance. So let's get into it. Everything's pre-shuffled, saged, smudged. Oh, I'll show you what I made. So, if any of you have watched my videos before, I've had the feather for my sage. So, we leveled up. It sounds so nice. So there's, oh gosh, what did I put in here? There's a little tube here, and there's mugwort, and there's labradorite, and there's tiger's eye, and there's lavender, and there's quartz, you know, all that stuff. And I tied each feather with some string individually. Made some long strings and then I tied them all together. I love it. I don't know why, but here we are. And the sound, the shaking and the bells when I'm actually using it for the sage, it's like perfect. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's get some messages of love for the collective. Alright. It's Super Bowl tonight. As a New Englander, I should be ashamed of myself for not be making nachos right now. I think those days are over. I used to say, like, I'm not really a football fan, you know, back in the day. I was a Brady fan, I was a Patriots fan, and it was something my family did together, so it was like, you know, we all went all in for everything when we were, you know, winning all the time. It was like a given. Not necessarily Super Bowl, but I mean, but at least, you know, games on the weekend. I haven't watched football in years. My God, since Brady left. Before that. Alright, Spirit, let's get a couple of oracles. This is the Cosmic Insights Oracle for my collective. What do they need to know today about their love? Nope, it didn't. But I was so thankful my neighbor shoveled off my car for me. You know I'm getting old when I asked the neighbor to shovel my car. No, I whipped it out last time, but I woke up this morning like You know, your back's like teetering. I'm like, I can't call out another Monday. Alright, so let's see. Guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. Nice. Anything else for this deck? I've been so busy. So I'm glad this isn't like a job yet. Because I need patience. Patience. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Maybe we can get some timeline. I have a little timeline deck. I might take the years out of it, because that's long. So it clearly seems like one of your guardian angels is telling you to have patience. That's what I'm taking for this. And this is a love reading, so it's about love. Have some patience, my dear. Let's see. I still have that anticipation feeling that something's coming. Not good, bad, or indifferent, just something is awry. I keep saying that something's awry. Anytime someone says anything out of the norm, I'm like, what's going on? Inquiring minds want to know something's going on. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's going to impact my life. It's not up for us to know until it's time. Okay. Any advice from this deck for our collective for this lovely love reading? I'm going to see if I can get out another one this week. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you've been given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Pay attention. I feel like men more are like, nah, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. You can explain it away. I do this. I'm supposed to look for signs, and I'm like, I don't know. I need a sign or sign. So I get it. It's not always easy to, because a lot of things come in. Like, you don't want to be like, all right, am I writing this story or am I seeing this story, right? Confirmation bias, stuff like that. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Restricts the flow, period. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm seeing from these little cards here is to be patient. Your guardian angel's telling you to be patient. Don't stress over it. Live your life. Pay attention to the little signs, to kind of red flags. There are green flags too, bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much better and lighter when you do. Okay. You know, this can kind of still go. This, to me, can kind of go either way. Like, I feel like this would be like a love positive reading for you guys. But you never know. It could be for someone who's discouraged in love, that needs to have this patience and awareness of things that are going on in them, instead of like, no one ever likes me. Like, well, you're sitting there complaining about it. That's not really attractive, number one. And number two, while you're sitting there complaining about it, maybe there is. Maybe just because it's not who you think you want doesn't mean it's not who it's supposed to be. Right? That's why you can't focus, even if it's who you think you want. Don't focus on them. Live your life, because it might not be them as much as your heart is telling you. For whatever reason, it might not be, unfortunately. So live your life and see what life brings you. It might bring them back around, you know. But it might not. It might bring you someone new. So I think that's what it is. Like, pay attention to the signs. Like, if you're getting signs, then you're sitting there asking yourself, well, why isn't this person calling back when this person's like giving you all the love? Sometimes we just get in our ego, and it's like, because you can't have this person, you want them, right? That happens all the time. Listen, I'm glad the universe kept stopping me from getting things I thought I wanted, because I didn't. I did, but I would be in a totally different place now. Possibly, and I'm really happy where I am right now. So, it wasn't meant to be. And the universe did not let me force that one. So, thank you. I'm stubborn too. They're like, girl, can you please just give it up? No. Never. Yeah, eventually. Okay. As you can see, I've moved things around again. Oh yeah. I like it like this. So it's still the same where I said, you know, I'm nailing things into the wall so it's permanent. It's the same. It's just like tilted just a little bit. Just so you can get to the bed easier. I was like, it's kind of hard to get in there. But I fix it. It's good now. I do feel like a weight has been lifted, even though nothing's really changed for some reason. So that's interesting too. I'm still exhausted. I'm still burnt out. And I'm still on the rat race, but I feel a little lighter about it. Maybe because my house is really clean. It could be. It's important for your environment to be where you want it to be. And I've been cooking and baking and stuff, so along with being creative, the other things, so it's wonderful. My cup is overflowing. Maybe it's fair. Let's do this little oracle deck here. I got this little oracle deck and it didn't come with the I've said this before, it didn't come with a book. So I was like, alright. I'll just see what I see. It's really cold today here. I think it's like 10 degrees out right now. After from this next beer, I'm going to go around one more time. Thank you. Thank you. The river. Movement. That's interesting to me. And this has come up before because I recognize this picture. I love this picture. Actually. I have a big connection to the river too. Isn't that pretty? I spend a lot of time by the river. I also stereotypically as a 90s kid spent a lot of time on those electrical boxes smoking cigarettes. Sure did. My best friend Sarah, man, that girl, I haven't seen her since I was like 18 years old, and she still to this day knows more about who I really am as a person than anybody in my life. We grew up together. We went through every first experience together. She's awesome. Yep. So for the river, I feel like it's confirming, just keep in your flow. You know, the river flows one way. Nothing's gonna stop that river from getting to its destination, so just keep moving. There's gonna be obstacles, there'll be big boulders and rocks in the way, but ultimately, you end up at the ocean. And rivers are always turning and changing, and just like us. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. Never mind, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. No way. No way, that's why sometimes, not always, don't be foolish, but sometimes when you re-meet somebody after a while, you have to give them a little grace that they're not the same person you saw last time, right? And if that person's worth it to you, you can see, you'll know. Since this is a love reading, you know. Again, don't be foolish, be careful, use the discernment and everything you've learned. And you'll know. You'll know. You'll know. We always know. We don't want to admit it, and we want to be hopeful that people are different, and we want to be hopeful that they'll change or whatever. Don't go into something with somebody in the hopes of them becoming the potential that they could be. Love them for what they are right now, because that's what you have to work with. That's who they are. And if all you want to do is change that, then go find that person, because that's not them. That's not the person you're dealing with. That's somebody else. You just like how they look. There's a lot of people running around out here who are consolation prizes because the person they're with can't be with the person they really want to be with. They might not know that, they may not show that. I'm like, you know, the counterpart may not know that they're the second choice. They may never show it to them, but when you wonder what they're thinking about, that's who it is. There's a person, I feel like I will always be like the consolation. I would be number 2 because of things not in real time, but I guess that's the way it goes after heartbreak, though, right? Whatever. I feel like we kind of have that, all have that person, maybe, that we're like, "Ugh, it's just not how this person would have done it, right?" I'm like, ugh. I don't know. I don't. I feel like I don't do that as much. I go into it as a new individual, right? I tend to not compare like that. Again, I haven't had that many relationships. But the people I have been are so different. They're so different. I don't have a type. I really don't. Everyone thinks I do, but I don't. It's a vibe. Alright, these ones are actually facing up. Strategy and planning and reassess. Your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. You're cooking. This is what's going on. Reassess. You're being asked to take a stack of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for a little cleanup. That goes with bravery, to let go of those things, right? So starting to congeal, right? Right, fellas? Your strategy and planning is going along with your movement with the river. And, your decision, you need to decide to finally to detach, you know, and the only way you can do that is by reassessing your situation. And taking a minute, and you know, it's almost like if anybody's ever done like MyFitnessPal app, they tell you to do everything the same for the first week and put all your numbers in and you'll be floored, right? Do that with your life. Sit back, don't make any decisions, don't make any changes, don't make anything like that, and just kind of assess with some fresh eyes what value are these people, places, things, ideas bring into your life. And if they're not, get rid of them. Get rid of them. It's just going to be harder the longer you wait. Yep. So this is a very... So you may have... What I'm kind of getting is... you might have something that you're thinking about pursuing, right? But you're not sure because of other things that have happened. You know, whatever little question marks are popping off in your head. And I think Spirit's saying you're right. I think they're saying you're right. Yes. Good. Good job not running into this like a crazy person. Take your time. And let the story kind of unfold. Find out who they are first. You're gonna end up at the ocean anyway. Don't take the shortcut. See what happens. See what obstacles come up. Get the little rocks first before you get to the big ones. Yeah, don't jump right into like playing house with somebody because boy is it difficult to backpedal from that. Take your time. Flow down the river. You know, some days are going to be easy going, lazy river riding, and some days are going to be white water rafting. How do you handle that with that person? Yeah. Alright. Let's get a little bit more. Let's get tarot out. You guys will be fine. As long as you pay attention. And detach from old ways of thinking and old, you know, why do you keep meeting the same person in a different body? Most people, everybody I've dated is very different. But most people do. You know, there's something about each person that is kind of the same. Definitely that is for me. I definitely have I only think one was really a narcissist. I have, this weird attraction to detached people. Very weird. Like I want to break them. I know there's something in there. I know there's life in there. I'm not about all that anymore. I just want to live my life. I don't want all that drama. I don't want to figure out the puzzle. I'm not trying to open Pandora's box. I'm just trying to live. Just trying to live my life. I have Rubik's Cubes. I have puzzles even, if I want any of that mess. Do a couple math problems. Alright. I got the Bright Tarot. It's pretty. They all kind of look the same, but I like the colors on this one. I have a lot of other different decks, but I do like the original. I have another channel that I don't do anything with. I'm thinking about merging the kind of concepts of both. Let's see. It was just a different vibe. Alright, Spirit, I'm going to lay these cards out for a spread for Collective's Endless Love for Valentine's Day coming up. I'm not a big Valentine's Day girl. Let me rephrase this, because the last time I said that, there was no more Valentine's in my life. I'm like, I really don't care. I really think it's like every other holiday and just pushed at us. But that being said, when you're dating somebody and it's new and it's whatever, and you know what I mean, yeah, it's cute. I'm not gonna take away from that. It's cute. But it's not like it's an expected thing. Like, some people are ridiculous. Like, why didn't you get me $1 million worth of shit for Valentine's Day? That's what I mean. That's my way to kind of explain it. I don't care. If you want to get me something that's really cute and sweet, but if it's not a big thing. Okay. Alright, we have, for your energy, Collective, we have the Queen of Cups. That's nice. Very nice. Your love's energy is a Six of Pentacles, so consider it. It seems like it can, you know, I might have to see how the reading comes out, because I can take this either way. Sometimes I feel like sixes, you know, because it's kind of like better times after the fives, right? Now you're in the spot where you're getting enough money and you have enough to share, but it can also be taken as like uneven distribution. We don't know what's going on yet. So we'll see. So either you have somebody on your hands who maybe has enough to be generous with, but doesn't, or you have somebody who there's a flow between you guys. So we'll see. And not just financial. It is financial, but like just like kind of in general, I'm taking. You know, maybe some people hold back, or you know, we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there. And the vibe between you two was Ace of Wands. So very passionate. Very passionate. Maybe, we'll see. Let's go. I'm not gonna speculate yet, but either. Well, wait, because it could be now. This is popping up. The vibe between you two, but it's between you two. So I'm hoping it's a balance between you guys. how they truly make you feel. Seven of Pentacles, I feel like waiting to see how things are coming along, growing. How they truly feel about you. Three of Swords. Interesting. Your current feeling towards them is the King of Wands. Something you need to know is the Queen of Swords. Potential outcome, Two of Cups. And guidance from Spirit is Wheel of Fortune. So let me... Bottom of the deck of Strength. Okay. Okay. I think okay. I get it. Alright. So, you being the Queen of Cups and them being the Six of Pentacles. The vibe between you is the Ace of Wands, so I feel like there's passion. It might be kind of new-ish, right? Yeah. Or it's built up and now it's like you can't avoid this, right? So either you've been together for a little bit, or I don't know, but there's a lot of passion between you guys. Well, you're sitting around, you know, waiting to see, what's taking so long? Why isn't anything moving forward the way you thought it was going to? You know, you put work in, you're very loving and giving and everything. And, you know they have the means and the capability and whatever to move forward, you know. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. But it's because, for whatever reason, they're afraid, probably because of past experiences, that you're going to hurt them. Man or woman, flip-flop, however, but that's what it is. They see you as a potential threat because anybody else they've ever cared about has hurt them. So it's like, why are you going to be any different? They didn't think they were going to either. And you're looking at them, you know, like the King of Wands. Like, you're looking at them like they're your king, and you're like, no. But you're like wishing they would take action on it, you know. What you need to know, Queen of Swords, I think it's, you have to approach it a little more aggressively than you have. If there's something that means something to you, you know, do something the people who hurt them in the past didn't. Which is probably a lot of communicating, right? Communication usually is the killer or the breaker of a relationship. So if you go forward and like, listen, I can see that you're, something's up. You know, talk to me, what's going on? What are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. You know, they may not reciprocate or be ready for all that, but just saying it, you saying it, tells them it's okay. You don't know what situation they were in before, if it wasn't easy to just talk about things. So, open that door. Like, I want a mature relationship with you, and this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. We're not just gonna be, like, passive-aggressive and grumpy and blah, blah, blah. We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna do something about it, or not. We're gonna move on. Yeah. What it looks like is, you do. It looks like you guys do come together because, like, there's... I'm gonna come short of saying there's love between you guys. I don't think there's love yet. I think you see potential there. I think it could be love. I think you guys probably are on the same page about a lot of things, if you can get past this communication. And whatever this conversation is you have is gonna start the wheels turning. In either way, you're either gonna move forward together or you're gonna move forward apart. And the strength, the quiet strength of it all. Sorry, I crushed up some new resin and I put it in the warmer. It's smoking more than it usually does. I may have to put more oil in it. Okay. So, and that goes right along with, you know, the patience in taking your time. Now, taking that into consideration, take a step back and think about it like, okay, I feel like we're not moving fast enough, but do you have healthy relationships to reflect back on to know what fast or slow is? Okay, you know, part of the detachment from the things around you that don't serve you anymore. Do you have people telling you how it should look? Right? Deciding to be aware of and stop some of your old behaviors, like, okay, do you have an unhealthy attachment style? And are you afraid, like, and abandonment issues, and think if we don't do this right now, you're gonna leave. That might be a thing too. So take a step back and realistically look at this. And then reassess, like I said, and you know, just kind of see, because there's definitely passion. It's the beginning of passion for you guys. And find out why they think you're hard. Maybe you seem like you're trying to rush it. Maybe you seem like you're trying to rush it, and they're like, I don't know, that's not a good call, right? So they kind of just take a step back. If it's meant to be, it will be, no matter how long it takes. This reading needs to move along, because I need to make dinner. No, I'm looking. Yeah, I think it's just saying, like, just be an adult. Please be an adult. I'll clarify once. We'll see. I definitely had writer's block. Reader's block, I should say, I guess. I couldn't hit that on. Couldn't do it. I would sit here and set up for hours. I think setting up is part of my meditation, to be honest. Like, just tinkering with things, just touching things. For no reason. I do. But, I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna do something else, and then I didn't do anything. Like, crafty, you know. I did want to make some lotion and stuff. I still can. It's like 5 a.m. I think it's like midnight. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, Spirit, tell me more about the Queen of Cups. About collective energy. Yeah, I just think you're trying to, like, kind of pussyfoot around how you're really feeling about this. Because you don't want to scare them away. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're looking to, like... It appears that you have the ending written already. That might be the... From the other end, let's see. What's the 6 of Pentacles? Sorry. Ace of Pentacles. So it's like he's... Or she, they've offered you something. They've offered you the beginning of something tangible, right? And you immediately went to the 10. Right? That's what it is. Yeah. Like, this is telling me, like, they're good. Like, they want a relationship with you. They gave it to you. They pick you, Pikachu. Okay, what's the vibe between the two of you? I feel like you guys are, like, in the bedroom more than you're not. That's what I'm getting from this. That could be it too, that dopamine, man. The oxytocin. You're like, I just want to live and love and spend all my time with just you. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, new good news. Look what I can do. Look at my shiny new toy. Yeah, you guys are definitely in some sort of, like, honeymoon phase. How they truly make me feel. You're like, yeah, I can't believe it. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, because now it's cute. The Ace of Pentacles and now being the Page of Pentacles. Like, look at this pentacle. Everybody, look at this. Yeah. 4 swords, yeah. Okay, so you're frustrated and you're kind of like trying not. Trying not to. You're trying not to, because I feel like you know that's a trigger for you. So, good job in being aware. But then it starts to spiral you, like, what if? What if this isn't gonna happen? So I feel like maybe you started to, and you're like, no, calm down. It's fine. It's fine. They gave me the pentacle already. Yeah. And how they feel about you. What am I doing? Judgment. Yeah, I don't have anything here that makes me feel like this is anybody from your past. So I don't feel like you've already hurt them. I feel like they're not only trying to feel you out, they're trying to assess their triggers as well. You know, just like you are. Just like you are. You're trying to not, like, jump forward. And they're trying to maybe also not jump forward, but for different, same reasons. And they're like, I really like this person. Am I ready for an actual relationship? I get that, because that's my thing. Like, I'm not ready to give what I expect. Okay, and how are your feelings with them right now? The Nine of... I'm not laughing, it's not funny. The Nine of Wands. So you're like, why are you not, like, taking action? Because you look at them as the King of Wands, like this leader, this taking action, passionate. And you're like, whoa. I think you both really like each other, but I think you're both so worried about being hurt again that you're like, I don't want to do anything I did before, and they're like, I don't want to do anything. Yeah. Okay, what you need to know. Remember, it's all about just patience and letting it just go. Baby, lay on back and relax. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. And baby, just let it be. King of Pentacles came out, but it definitely came out almost upside down. So for this, I think what you need to know is you're gonna have to, again, like I said, be more assertive and not go about it the emotional way and try to, like, soothe them. I think you're gonna have to go after it like, hey, what's up? Because I feel like you're feeling it, which is what is causing your anxiety, that they're kind of like, I don't know, having like second thoughts almost, or that's the vibe they're putting out. And I think that's where it comes into, like, you're waiting and don't understand why they haven't come into this place of an equal give or take, and it may be unbalanced, even though they've already offered you the one pentacle, and then they're like, I don't know if I want to give you all my pentacles, but you're like, well, if we're going to be in a life together, it's all the pentacles, or all of our pentacles, with the 10. That's how you see it. And they're like, oh, I'll give you some of them. I think maybe that's part of it too. They might be afraid of all that comes along with it, the heartbreak, the sharing of everything, and you're like, listen, we gotta be in this, and we're not, because he's kind of being, you know, the King of Pentacles in reverse is gonna be more like, ungrounded and not, generous with his money, and stingy, and, you know, yeah. Kind of closed off a little bit, yeah. And you're like, look, I don't like this. But, let's see, because then it looks like you do have that conversation. Because you can't keep having anxiety like this and not talking about it. Like, alright, this is what I expected when this happened. Give me another one for this. You got Temperance in the reverse. With the Ten of Swords. Temperance is like, you know, the alchemization of things in a way. It's finding peace and balance in a situation. And where that came up upside down, but then the Ten of Swords over it, I feel like you guys come together with your cups, with having a like-minded conversation after you're like, listen, this is how I feel, this is how the vibe you're putting out, this is how you're acting, what do you want to do? And, you know, the Temperance being unbalanced, and, you know, that can kind of talk about possible alcoholism too. But I don't think that's this in here. It could be. You know, an Earth Angel reverse. Yeah, I feel like you guys are pushing each other away instead of like making it work. That's just the vibe I'm getting. It's like this conversation is gonna put an end to the struggle to come to the same goal. You guys are trying to go to the same goal, but it's like you're doing it in a weird way. Instead of just doing cup to cup, you're like cup to cup to cup to cup. Cup. It's like you're like, it's not flowing. So I think this conversation will put an end to it. Maybe you both have been in relationships that are shitty at conversation, at communication. So this is like, wow, this feels different. Once you actually have that first conversation, that's what I'm saying. Be the one to open it up. They may not know how to either. They may not know how. It's not easy. I sat there for an hour, at least 5 beers, years ago, before I was able to start a conversation with somebody who I shouldn't have ever not been able to start the conversation. But that's just how some people feel, you know, so you gotta take that into consideration too. Male, woman, whatever. Yeah, so, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, for the guidance, if you have this conversation and you're putting an end to all that stuff, then yeah, turn the wheel and start moving forward. The Wands, it's already headed towards you. The Knight, it's already headed towards you. If you go through all this correctly and have the proper conversation, then it will be there to greet you at the end. Yeah. Turn that wheel and figure out which way you're going, because this Knight is coming towards you. Either way. You might feel like it's too good to be true. But it's not. It's your turn. This is good karma for you, it looks like. So, remember that too. Like I said, there's red flags, there's green flags, there's the karma we all think of, and there's good karma too. Alright. Well, collective, it looks like, you know, you and your person, it's like you need to have a little bit of a conversation. They've given you almost like the promise that they want to walk down this road with you. They want to put in the work. You know, again, I don't see any love really up here, except for when the threat of what's going on, we need to have a conversation, then it's like, oh, okay, it softens a little bit and you guys do talk. And I think the passion stays to move on. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything that you should shy away from. I would give it a chance if this is something that's still new and you're working on. You get Strength and then the Queen of Pentacles under this deck here. So, Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing. So it seems like it's going right along with the patience again. Take your time, let things unfold, but learn how to communicate. I think it's going to be a big thing. If you can teach the other person that you know how to do it, they might be inclined to take a step back and do it too. We'll see. Like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.